how to defend like a pro, whether you're trying to ring keep, gate keep, or just defend a bit of space. Forgive the crudeness, but pretend the fuse's ring of fire is a ring on the actual map. You are trying to defend that space. So you want to stop the enemy getting into that ring. If you do find this video useful, please leave a thumbs up, drop a comment, and hit subscribe. Let's get on with the video. Right here, as you can see, I've dropped some care packages. Pretend the care packages are angles, whether that's a tree, whether that's a car, whether that's a box, whether it's a wall. Just try and pretend that. And the Watson fences don't actually exist. You've got to pretend each pole is a teammate. You know what I mean? So you've got one defending the left side of the space, one defending the middle, and one defending the right side. This is a little bit hard to do with randoms because obviously you need communication, because obviously if the right side goes down and you're not getting communicated, you're all getting shot from the right side. So it's a standard defensive line, and as you can see, I've added a couple more possible defensive lines that you can fall back to. So I always like to try, if I'm trying to control space or ring keep or gate keep, I try and start off with a forward defensive line so the enemy don't have much space, and then when the front defensive line starts getting a bit weak, where one person needs to fall back, you can fall back to the next defensive line and then start using those angles. And you're keeping the enemy longer out of the ring, so eventually they're going to die in the ring, you know, or they're going to panic and get stressed and have to push. You can see these positions now, when a player stood in these positions, what they can see. You can do a good control of defensive line, but it's not easy with randoms here because you do need communication. And if something goes wrong, you can always fall back to your next defensive line. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody has to fall back at once. You can fall back as individuals. And then you can just understand the different sort of tactical layouts you can do with the next lot of defensive lines that I'm going to show you. You've got nice head glitches here, and you can cover space. You've got a bit of height advantage. The enemy are still out of the ring. Don't forget the ring's behind us. Then you've got height advantage here. You've got a head glitch on height advantage on each of these poles now. Just remember the poles are pretending where your teammates can sit. You don't all have to sit on these straight lines. You can be more like what you'll see in a minute, the pyramid effect, the reverse and the front, the apex type of defense lines. You know, it's just simple like this. You know, you're just controlling space, keeping the enemy out of the ring as possible. They're getting stressed. They're going to eventually have to send you. Right, this one here I call the pyramid defense line. As you can see, there's a forward point where the care package is. That's the front of the apex. So this is one works quite well as a duo. So you could put your duo partner on the left side at the back of the pyramid, and you at the right side of the pyramid. And your random, as you know, seems to always want to be the kill leader, and they want to be in front. So this way you're protecting your random, and it's a good defensive line. And if the random gets in trouble, he can fall back to that rock just below my pistol, and then you've got a straight line of defense. So there's options afterwards. Don't forget, you're controlling space, you're keeping the enemy out of the ring as long as possible. And here's an angle from the enemy's position point of view, what they can see. It's very daunting for them to try and push that, so you can understand how hard it would be for them to get past your line like that. Right here, you can see another pyramid technique. I call this a reverse pyramid. I'm sitting in the apex, obviously. This is really good as a solo. This is how I position myself a lot. You know, I'll be at the back point here in the middle. As you can see, you've got a random on the left. Obviously, they're aggressive. You know, it's your randoms. You're a solo. And you've got a random on the right, and this is what they can see. And obviously, I'll sit at the apex at the back. I'll position myself like a lot of times. You watch me on the stream like this, and I can cover from a head glitch like my teammate on the left. I can cover their space, and I cover the teammate on the right with their space. Or I can go on height advantage and do the same thing at a better position, which is like match-winning spot for me. I use this a lot, this sort of positioning. So I can cover all this space. And don't forget, you're keeping the enemy out of the ring longer. And this is a position from where the enemy are, and this is what they see. It's very daunting to try and push. You know, they're running out of time. The ring's closing on their behind. You're going to win the game. It's just an absolute nightmare for your enemies to try and push. Everywhere you push, I can support my teammates. You know, if they try and push the right, they try and push the left, try and push middle. I'm supporting both of my teammates. Plus, I've got height advantage. If you found the video useful, hit that like button, drop us a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.